All right. So I got three topics. This is the first one. What are the functions of chitta? Name all of them and write short notes on three of them. So introduction. In Abhidhamma, the functions of chitta are explained in Kicha Sangaha, companion of functions. There are 14 functions performed by 89 chitta. The 14 functions are rebirth linking, life continuum, averting, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, receiving, investigating, determining, javana, registration, and death. So the first one is rebirth linking. Rebirth linking is a moment of birth or being in any abroad, whether in the ascension world, karma bhumi, five material world, rupa bhumi, or formless sphere, arupa bhumi. It is the moment followed by the moment of death of a being in a previous life. This moment links up the past life with the new existence. Rebirth linking moment is just one conscious moment, chitakana, where the first consciousness Patisandhi Chitta takes place. Simultaneously, the concomitant mental factors, which form the aggregates of feeling, perception, and mental formations, arise along with the Patisandhi Chitta, which is the consciousness aggregate. The materiality aggregate too takes place at the mind moment. Rebirth linking Patisandhi is a resultant stage of evolution as accrued in the previous life. The function is performed by the 19 resultant consciousness. So the 19 resultant consciousness are immoral resultant investigating consciousness accompanied by indifference, moral resultant investigating rootless consciousness, and sense sphere beautiful resultant consciousness 8, five material sphere resultant consciousness 5, and immaterial sphere resultant consciousness 4, so total 19. So the second one is a life continuum, bhavanga. Bhavanga is a conjoined word made up by bhava and anga. Bhava means existence, anga means the factor that helps in the survival or continuity of existence. Once the birth of a being takes place, the rebirth linking consciousness arises. The rebirth linking consciousness perishes immediately according to the nature or impermanence. Once this consciousness has fallen apart, a resultant consciousness similar to Patisandhi follows suit moment to moment depending on the strength of karma. That resultant consciousness is life continuum bhavanga. The process continues until the death of a particular being. The process of life continuum is in a subconscious state. The life continuum process does not arise incessantly without a break. It is arrested when the active connective process takes place through the sense door. When an object contacts with a sensor, life continuum process ceases to function in order to accommodate that object contacted. A new thought process arises. When the thought process is over, the life continuum automatically takes place till a new object contacts the sense door. At any moment when the life continuum process ceases to arise, death occurs. The resultant consciousness that does the rebirth linking also does the life continuum function of the same individual. Thus, there are 19 resultant consciousness that perform bhavanga. The third is averting abhijana. The life continuum process is disturbed when an object comes in contact with the respective sense door. The object could be sense object or mind object. In between the life continuum process and the real connection of the contacted object, the function of averting takes place. It is a function that let the stream of consciousness turn towards the new object. The two consciousness that perform the function of averting are Panchadwara Vajana Chitta and Manodwara Vajana Chitta. That's all for the first question. This is the reference. Of course, our brother Lau gave advice also. But brother Lau, I don't understand why you say my table not visible. But I got put in the table.
I don't know. Something goes wrong there.
You read the PowerPoint or you read the printout?
I just view through because you sent me all last minute.
Sorry, I really very susah, very tired, but
Next
trying to
time send
do.
early, please. Yeah.
I say that time I asked for exemption, he say cannot. I just came back on Friday.
Yeah, up to
Ah,
you lah.
yeah, but sorry lah, my mistake lah, my mistake. Okay, next. Okay, the second topic is write short notes on four of the following. So the first one is non-gross material phenomena, Sukuma Rupa. So in Abhidhamma, Rupa is often divided into Olarika Rupa, which is a gross or coarse metal, and second one is Sukuma Rupa, which is a subtle non-gross metal. Sukuma Rupa refers to material phenomena that are not directly grasped as a gross sense objects in the ordinary way. The underlying material qualities are not directly apparent. Sukuma Rupa is also termed as a distant Dure Rupa and non-impinging Apatiga Rupa. There are 16 Rupas that are classified under Sukuma Rupa. So these are the 16 Sukuma Rupa: female, male, heart-based, life faculty, edible food, space element, intimating material phenomena, bodily intimation, vocal intimation, likeness, malleability, baldiness, production, continuity, decay, and impermanence. So there are 16 Sukuma Rupa. So this is for information, only for my information. The Aurarika Rupa these are the Aurarika Rupa. There are 12 of them. Okay, so next. The second subtopic is rebirth linking, so refer to the earlier answer lah. So the third one is four causes of death. Death is defined as the cutting off of the life faculty, Jivitindriya, included within the limit of a single existence. There are four causes of death through the expiration of the lifespan. This is a kind of death that comes about for the beings in the realms of existence where the lifespan is bounded by a definite limit. In the human realm, this should be understood as death in advanced old age due to natural causes. If the productive karma is still not exhausted when death takes place, through reaching the maximum age, the karmic force will generate another rebirth. So second is through the expiration of the productive karmic force. There is a kind of death that takes place when the karma generating rebirth expands its force even though the normal lifespan is not exhausted and there are other favorable conditions for the prolongation of life. The third is through the expiration of both lifespan and karmic force. For when both the lifespan and karmic force simultaneously come to an end, death is by the expiration of both. So the fourth cause is through the intervention of a destructive karma. Death occurs when a powerful destructive karma cuts off the force of the rebirth generating karma even before the expiration of the lifespan. So the first three types of death are known as timely death, kala marana, while the last is untimely death, akala marana. As a simile, an oil lamp may be extinguished due to the exhaustion of the wick, the exhaustion of the oil, the simultaneous exhaustion of both, or some extraneous cause like a gas or fin. The fourth topic is Paramata Dhamma, absolute realities. Abhidhamma teachings deal with things which possess an intrinsic nature and exist in absolute sense. The unchanging and indivisible nature of phenomena of all animate and all inanimate things is called the Paramata Dhamma. There are four types of Paramata Dhamma, which are Chitta, Cetasika, Rupa, and Dipana. So chitta is the awareness of an object. Each chitta arises and passes away very quickly. It is not a self but a momentary knowing event. Cetasika, these are the qualities that arise together with chitta, such as feeling, perception, attention, and other mental factors like greed, faith, mindfulness, or wisdom. They color and shape the mind. Rupa, this is a physical phenomena of matter such as a body, sense organs, or visible form. Rupa does not know an object. It is non-conscious. The last is Dipana. Unlike Chitta, Chetasika, Rupa, Dipana is not produced by causes and conditions. It is the ending of greed, hatred, and delusion and cessation of suffering. So, Nibbana is the only unconditioned element. It is not caused by conditions. It's called asankata dhatu, and it is permanent. The other three are caused by condition, thus term sankata dhatu and subject to change and decay. So the last is Dugati, planes of existence. So Dugati, woeful planes of existence refer to the four apaya. They are the unhappy destination in Buddhist cosmology. Apaya literally means a state of loss, decline, or misery. They are the states where suffering is strong and spiritual progress is difficult. The woeful states are Nirayo, hell realm, a state of intense suffering caused by heavy unwholesome karma. It is not eternal in Buddhism. When that karma is exhausted, rebirth occurs. Tirachana Yoni, animal realm. This is a state of beings born as animals, exist in human world. It is marked by fear, vulnerability, ignorance, and mutual harm. The third is Betty Visayo, Better World, realm of hungry ghosts. Beings here suffer from deprivation, craving, frustration, and inability to find satisfaction. This realm often symbolizes a torment of uncontrolled desire. No plane on their own, but they live in forests and dirty surroundings. The last is Asura Kayo, realm of Asuras, those that suffer at times and do not suffer at other times. When they suffer, it is trouble. It is a troubled state associated with conflict, jealousy, aggression, and mental unrest. So these are the references. Sorry, I just forgot to ask you all got any comment or anything to ask. Anything to ask for the first two questions?
Anybody and comment? I think Sister Sumeta, one more, right? From you.
I still got one more question. Wait,
Yeah, one more.
Okay, the
Mine
last
left
question
for
is
next session lah. Because Sis Pek Leng also have something to say, right? I think she might have to present something too.
I got three questions. Want to keep it for next week?
Next session.
Next session.
I finished mine first. Last already. How many factors, mental factors, are common to all wholesome consciousness? Sobhana, Sadharana. Name all of them and explain three of them. So there are 25 mental factors that arise with beautiful consciousness. There are universal beautiful factors 19, abstinences 3, illimitables 2, non-illusion 1. So total 25. So the 19 universal beautiful factors are faith, mindfulness, shame of wrongdoing, fear of wrongdoing, non-greed, non-hatred, neutrality of mind, kaya pasadi, chitta pasadi, kaya lahuta, chitta lahuta, kaya mudutta, chitta mudutta, kaya kamanyata, chitta kamanyata, kaya pagunyata, chitta pagunyata, kaya ujukata, and chitta ujukata. So total 19. So the first one, faith. Faith is a mental factor which is gradually developed in person with the acceptance of the great and unsurpassed high qualities of the Buddha. The confidence gain is not mere hypothetical, but it is based on knowledge. The journey on the noble path commences with faith. The worldlings of the yesteryear approached the Buddha when faith developed within them. With faith, the mind is purified. In the commentary, explained as Sampasadana Lakkhana Sada. Sampasadana means tranquilizing, calming, Lakkhana characteristics. So it is a characteristics of placing faith or of trusting. Its function is to clarify as the water carrying gem causes muddy water to become clear. Its function is to set forth as one might set forth to cross a flood. It is manifested as non-forgiveness. that is the removal of the mind's impurities or as resolution. So when faith develops, the unwholesome hindrances, the varana, are receded or subsided. The proximate cause is something to place faith in, such as the hearing of good dhamma, etc., that constitutes the factor of stream entry. When faith is fully established at the moment of reaching sotapanna, it will not waver thereafter. The unshaken state of faith is termed as akala sada. Through such confidence, only one could reach the end of samsara. Faith has another characteristic feature as sampakandana lakana sada. Sampakandana means effectively engages with enthusiasm. It sets forth on the path taking the lead role. Other mental concomitants follow suit. So other meanings of faith sada is agama sada, a bodhisattva who has been affirmed by Lord Buddha that he will become a Buddha like himself will possess the agama sada. Second is adhigagama sada, that is a faith one develops at the instance of Lokuttara Magga consciousness, by which one understands the Four Noble Truths. The third is Okappana sada, unshakable faith one develops that cannot be shattered by the opposite mental concomitants. The last is pasada sada. Confident one gains through the objects like the triple gem, which are conducive for the promotion of faith. So last is the true meaning of sada. Faith should not be mixed up with the general confidence one nurtures with worldly matters and views. It is also different from confidence in religion that comes with own liking, fear, or delusion. Faith in this is renders a deeper meaning, and it appears only with wholesome consciousness, which is free from craving, hatred, and delusion. So the second is mindfulness. The word sati derives from a root meaning to remember. However, as a mental factor, it signifies the presence of mind, attentiveness to the present rather than faculty of memory regarding the past. It has the characteristics of non-wobbling, that is not floating away from the object. Its function is absence of confusion and non-forgetfulness. It is manifested as a guardianship or a state of confronting an objective field. Its proximate cause is strong perception, ira, sanya, or the four foundations of mindfulness. So there are twofold characteristic features of mindfulness. First is the apilapana lakana sati. Apilapana means not to let the object float away unnoticed, but to pay full attention. It is mindfulness that reminds the mind of the wholesome acts. It keeps on prompting the good things without allowing them to fade away into obscurity. Second is upaganhana lakana sati. Upaganhana Lakana is like the son of a universal monarch who sorts out the good from the bad and provides a king with what is beneficial and good. Mindfulness expels the bad and select the wholesome and keeps one engaged on them. The third is shame of doing wrong. Hiri. Shame has a characteristic of disgust at bodily and verbal misconduct. One who possesses shame will repel immoral acts. He will feel ashamed of doing such wrongful and evil acts. It is likened to a corpse feather which shrinks when it is taken close to a fire. Hiri is a mental factor that arises from within. It is likened to a piece of firewood that is stained with filth. Though the firewood is useful, one would not touch it because it's soiled with dirt. Similarly, one would be ashamed of doing wrongful acts. The proximate cause is respect for self and respect for others. Hiri together with Otapa are called guardians of the world because they protect the world from fail, from falling into widespread immorality. So to build up mental factor or hiri, one could consider the following: one's high pedigree or lineage, age, competence, knowledge, the greatness of the teacher, the dhamma, and the distinguished associates one may accompany. So these are the references. Any question to ask? None, I stop share. Huh? Yeah?
your topic is what? How come so simple? I thought it's the Sopana Cetasika, right?
Huh?
Don't worry. Coming. Next one. You have to do
Oh,
more
this
difficult
one, your
one.
topic, your last one is, what's your topic?
My last one is wait how many factors are common to all wholesome consciousness, ma?
I'll explain 3 of them. Okay.
Ah.
Okay, I was wondering, I thought you had to explain all of them. Okay.
No, I didn't. I already take the shortcut because very short time.
Okay.
I really explain 3 means explain 3 only.
Okay. Because that's why I put the title in all my frame just for ease of
Yeah, I was thinking how to do it. That means you have to add a text box or what?
yeah lah, you just add a text box.
I was thinking how you all do it.
Just
Okay.
copy. You have it then you just duplicate so it is.
Okay. Yeah, I actually think that's a good idea, but I was wondering, that's why I was wondering how you all do it.
Mm,
Okay,
I
add a text box. Okay.
I actually
Okay.
learn from Sumitra.
Yeah, it's a good idea actually.
Oh,
Okay, that's
okay.
all.
Mm.
Okay.
5 o'clock already.